Bastion Jenkins, former offender and now warehouse manager, and Ronnie Lee Burns II, who's in transition back to society as a returning citizen, are both employed at GCI headquarters in Decatur, Georgia. They share their stories of success.
I started to work for IMF Industrial Metal Finishing on 12th Street in Richmond County. I stayed there for a while. I ended up having a car accident. After that, that's when it led up to me making bad decisions and to be incarcerated. A lot of spiritual changes actually had to happen in my life. And I grew up, I was raised right, going to church and everything. But just when I got of age, that young, before 20s age, you want to party and stuff like that. And it kind of makes you a person that you're not. When I got incarcerated, it was a shake. It was a whole nother world. A lot of different things was going on in my mind. Being incarcerated actually grew to be a blessing in my life because I found different patterns within myself by examination that I could wean away, that I needed to wean away from, that wasn't beneficial to me. Every day I kept up the building maintenance. Every day I kept up the landscaping. Every day I kept up the warehouse production. And it became a pattern until I started to pay attention even to the inventory before and know how it worked and know how to order it, how to read the furniture labels, what goes where, who comes to pick this up. And it became natural. It was, and I enjoyed it because I knew that I was responsible for something that it's a lack of when you're incarcerated. You're not really responsible of a lot of different things. The way that I was patient, the way that I pushed myself in hard situations, I pushed myself when people were negative towards me and had negative things to say. I ignored a lot of it. And it helped me move into the position that I am in now. It's a bigger picture. I actually get to present myself to the company of GCI and to the inmates that are assigned here, and I get to teach them on what not to do and how to be a better person and how to even position themselves and be more productive in life. It's a small window that you're looking out of when you're in that position. If you don't advance yourself and able to see certain different perspectives, you'll stay inside of that. And that's why a lot of different people, they go back to what they know because they stayed inside that little window. And you have to see that you're bigger than that window.
Ronnie Lee Burns II, who's in transition back to society, is also employed at GCI. However, he's in the engraving department. He shares his story of success.
Before I was ever incarcerated, I had a very aggressive attitude towards life, which ended up resulting in hurting someone and getting incarcerated for it. During my incarceration, it was never easy. Having to go in, not knowing what to expect, not really understanding any of it. I probably took that with a lot of resentment. But it took time, and I come to realize that while I was incarcerated, that I was only hurting myself by being angry at everybody else. So it took a lot of faith and a lot of strive, and over the years I come to let go of that anger. I would have to say it took a lot of faith in self-awareness that the angry person I was not going to get me anywhere. So over time I developed a way to let that go and try and turn it into a more positive approach at life. I was given the opportunity to go to Atlanta Transitional Center, and faith has it, the door opened up so that it almost, as soon as I got there, I was able to acquire a job here at GCI. They positioned me here in the engraving department. I've learned a lot over the years of different approaches, different programs. We do picture frames, we build awards, trophies. And since getting here and them looking at me like a normal person, a normal employee, they've really showed me a better way of corresponding with people on a work-related, on a personal-related aspect just to be able to get back into society and live a more productive life. Seize every opportunity you can to learn more, to understand that this is a very slow process. So don't get discouraged just because it seems like you're taking 2 steps back for every 1 you take forward. And hold on to something.